In 1325, two major city-states in Italy marched tens of thousands of soldiers into a bloody war. Thousands died, fortresses burned, losers fled, winners carved their victory forever into history. And the cause was a bucket, not gold, not weapons, just a water bucket.
No.
Welcome to Cool Past, where history isn't just a list of dates, but a series of ridiculous, fascinating, and surprisingly human stories. In the 14th century, Italy wasn't a unified country. It was a patchwork of dozens of independent city-states, constantly jealous, spying, and fighting. Modena and Bologna were two such rivals. Both in northern Italy, and for centuries they hated each other as much as Romeo hated Juliet's family. Modena, wealthy, backed the Holy Roman Empire, Ghibellines. Bologna, populous, backed the Pope, Guelphs. In short, one sided with heaven, the other with man. So they hated each other like two kids fighting over the TV remote. For centuries, they kept poking each other. They fought over everything: trade routes, borderlands, hostages, and shouting matches at the city gates. The tension was as suffocating as a marriage on the verge of divorce, until the last straw spilled over, literally. In 1325, a small group of Modena soldiers raided Bologna. They took a wooden bucket, believed to be used for drawing water from a public well, as a trophy. Bologna freaked out, demanded the bucket back. Modena, winners spoils not returning. Bologna, give it back now or we fight. Modena, bring it on, we're ready. And just like that, war broke out. The question, was it really about a bucket? Not exactly. The bucket was just an excuse. Beneath it lay deep hatred, political, religious, and economic conflicts. But as history often shows, a slow-burning fire needs only a spark to explode. This time, the spark was a bucket. In November 1325, Bologna angrily mobilized. They raised nearly 30,000 troops, an enormous number for the time. Meaning, over a bucket, they marched to fight the biggest battle of the decade. Petty theft had never sparked a 30,000-strong army response. Modena had only about 5,000 soldiers, but strong defensive positions, wise strategy. The spirit of the bucket is ours. The bucket, historically used to splash water, hold fish, or carry wine, was in 14th century Italy a war trigger. The main battle took place in the hilly, rugged Zappolino area near the city-state border, terrain favoring defenders over attackers. So despite being outnumbered, Modena crushed Bologna's army. Results: Bologna suffered a crushing defeat. Troops fled. Modena counterattacked, destroying Bologna's camps. They came to get their bucket back, but lost their honor instead. After the victory, Modena kept the bucket, bringing it back to hang in the town hall as a great trophy. And even today, that bucket is still displayed in the Modena Museum. It has become a symbol of a war that later generations don't quite know whether to laugh or cry about. Some sources say that Modena actually took another bucket after the victory, and it's this second bucket that is currently displayed in the museum, a classic medieval way to poke fun. Not everyone gets the honor of winning. The War of the Bucket. It's funny, but also scary, because we think we're laughing at a medieval story. But if we look closely, it still happens around us today. Neighbors don't speak because of cars parked over the line. Family members avoid talking because the pizza slices weren't divided evenly. People block each other just because iPhone users won't accept Android users. War over a bucket is real, but war over ego, that happens every day. The bucket is just a symbol, The real problem is pride, hatred, and the habit of blowing small issues out of proportion until they become a reason to lose it. The War of the Bucket is a strange but sharp reminder. Human history is full of wars started over things that don't really matter. An insult, a misplaced look, a tweet, a bucket. Pride, ego, ambition, combined, are enough to lead to disaster. Maybe the bucket didn't cause the war, but it hit pride, something more flammable than gunpowder. The bucket was just the last straw people were waiting for. Just a reason, and humans are ready to burn everything down. This is Cool Past, where history isn't dry and the past is messier than you think. We tell thousand-year-old twists, exposing epic fails of our ancestors, so you can both laugh and feel uneasy. Wait, this story feels familiar, because sometimes in a war over a bucket, we see a reflection of ourselves. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe and ring the bell to join us for more bite-sized time travel on Cool Past. Because here, we don't just study the past, we feel it, one epic misadventure at a time.